What's up, everybody? One second. Alright, here we are. Basic how to play. Here, um, go ahead and leave this. One second. Okay, so, a few basic things. Let's go China. Right, yeah. Okay, a few basic things that you're instantly going to want to do is most of the time you'll be in arcade. That's good. You're going to want to go ahead and change that realistic. Realistic gives you the most credits and crap. Credits, well, silver lines, research points, um, all that good stuff. But what you can do is you can test drive your vehicle, right? And you can change it to arcade, and that'll get you more used to how the vehicle handles in arcade. But after that, once you get used to it in arcade, you should go on to realistic. Just to go ahead and get used to the slower mobility and all that. But a lot of times you should come down here to custom battles, right? Create your own session. Choose throughout any of these maps. It doesn't really matter. Uh, for this, we'll just use Gabun since it was the first one. Uh, make sure it should be. Go ahead, it's there. Make sure you have it on arcade so you can go ahead and understand what it's like. Include bots. You're gonna want to turn that on. Because if you include bots, you'll know how to actually fight them. And if you can fight them, then it's kind of like fighting real players. But a lot of the times, most high tier players come down to low tier because low tier is fun because it's not stressful like high tier. Because high tier, you have to worry about planes, like deadly planes. I'm not talking like biplanes stuff. But go ahead and hop in this match, right? After this, I will do a demo match, obviously, in realistic. But uh, different nations play different ways as well. I'll use the T-26 just so you can know how to play the Russians. If you play the Russians, huh? Huh? It's not an arcade. Well, we're not playing an arcade apparently, but it doesn't really matter because, like I said, I'll do a demo match. But a lot of times you're gonna be slow in the beginning, unless you're playing an arcade. Arcade increases everything, makes it feel like you're actually an arcade. But you're gonna want to find a good camping spot, somewhere where a lot of enemies won't know you're there, but somewhere where you can get a lot of shots in. Um, and word of advice: just because you're a heavy tank doesn't mean how you should play how people design heavy tanks. A heavy tank is a breakthrough tank, but in War Thunder, breakthrough doesn't exist. Breakthrough in this game is if your team is reliable and they're good at what they are, you're going to win. So, basic controls. It's different for a lot of people because it's multi-platform. So, I can't really give you controls on PC nor Xbox. Do they have it on Nintendo? I'm not sure. I can't give you controls on any of that because I'm a PlayStation player. Uh, 4 to be specific. But controls, few key ones. You should have your. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. You should have your. Go ahead and have. Hold on. I'm kind of messing up my words here. You should have. Oh my god. You should have your machine gun set as its own keybind instead of shooting your gun and then shooting your machine gun with the same button, because that's what it starts off with. You shoot your machine gun, you shoot your gun. I mean, you shoot your gun, then your machine gun. But you don't want that. You want your machine gun so you can tell if something's dead or alive without having to sacrifice your main gun. Because say it is dead and somebody's hiding behind it, if you shoot your main gun, you know what's going to happen. But you should have something to fire from specifically your secondary weapon, because some tanks have 2 guns instead of just 1. And a lot of times if you have something fire from your secondary weapon only, it's really good. Sometimes it's good to have a keybind set up to select your secondary weapon instead of just plainly firing from it, so you can shoot from it more precisely. Like to aim from it like this. Most keybinds you won't have to worry about until you get to higher tiers. But assists and kills, that's where it mainly comes into. Assists and kills. Assists are when you help someone kill someone, you get a certain percentage of the reward. Kills are when you completely kill them. But you don't want to steal someone's kill. Never do that. You can machine gun them, but don't steal someone's kill, because that's not cool. And if you steal someone's kill, just, you really don't deserve to play your tank. But in all truth and reality, capturing bases is more important than kills. Helping team, like supporting your team, is more important than kills. If supporting your team comes down to capturing a base or basically just killing someone who's making your teammate suffer, do it. Help your team in the best way you can. Even if you can't help them in any kind of way, be a meat shield. If you're a gunner, if you're a driver, if you have no crew left, be a meat shield. Now, main crew attributes, right? With tanks, specific tanks, light tanks at best. Light tanks and medium tanks are kind of in the same class, but medium tanks have better gun most of the time, better armor, which makes them slower, but they're not as strong as heavy tanks. Light tanks are most of the time insanely fast with no armor. Most of the time light tanks will come with the scouting ability, which is really good, because it allows you to scout the enemy. Anytime you have a chance to do that, go ahead and do it. Just do it. There's no point not. What else? Range finding, maybe? Maybe that's something I can touch on. So each nation has different range finding techniques. Most of the time with the Germans, it's real precise. The French, their range finding really sucks at the low tier, because they have strong cannons, but crappy range finding. The Russian range finding is pretty okay. But like I said, go into training and try to get used to it with your tank. I wouldn't recommend doing multiple trees at the same time, as I've done. I'd recommend focusing on one. Well, I mean, of course, this is just a recommendation. You don't have to follow this. But if you want to get a high tier tank to gain credits faster, I'd recommend doing one tree. I did not do that because I get bored of playing one way all the time, so I kind of spread out, you know. Losses versus victories is another thing. With a victory, you obviously get more money out of it, but a loss, you lose more money out of it. So we'll go ahead and hop into that demo match now, versus the real players, obviously. But you're gonna want to play realistic, and you're gonna want to put your plane in. If you don't know how to do that, I'll do that right now for you. Okay, so most of the time when you enter a nation, right, you choose your nation. You choose planes, air, navy. Don't choose Navy. Nobody plays Navy. You won't find any matches in it. It's just a waste, and it'd be a waste of getting your free premium. Um, you choose a nation, right? You choose, like I said, air, ground, Navy. I'd recommend doing air, because then that will start you off with a pretty good air, as seen. You get a free premium plane, which is really good because it starts you off with more than most of the time two planes. And most of the time, those two planes are either really crappy, unless they come with uh, ordnance, which the Chinese get ordnance on theirs because the I-15 is a Russian plane. But I didn't hop into a match here. But like I was saying, to bring in a plane, you just simply double click, right? So double click, and then it should pop this up. Obviously, if you don't have if you have all your tanks in, like with Germany here, well, I can't actually do Germany because I have stuff researched. Sweden. Yeah, yeah, with Sweden here, I have bare minimum researched. But you start off with JA8 and the J6B. But you see, reserve, it means it's free to put in anywhere. But a lot of times you can also come in here and put, click in here and click choose crew. And that'll allow you to choose a specific spot for it if you don't want to double click, because customization of your tank. I wouldn't recommend doing this until you got the hang of the game, because if you customize and you put something real big on there, you're gonna be sticking out like a sore thumb, and that's not smart. But if you understand how to play the game correctly, then you should be able to get the hang of it in a good way, and then you could be able to put stuff on your tank. Of course, if it's small and minor, it doesn't matter. But we'll go ahead and hop into a match. Show you basic things, because the Chinese, in a way, play like Russia. They focus on guns. Russia, well, actually, yeah, I'll have to do how you play each nation after this match. The Americans, for one, have weaker tanks. I find out they have weaker tanks in general. The heavy tanks, once you get past rank 2, that's when you start finding your good heavy tanks, like your jumbo and stuff like that. You're gonna want to get your jumbo before you get the Shermans, because the jumbo will help you get the Shermans because it's armor. The Germans, you don't want to play them how you think you'd play them. The Germans have great guns, great at long range, and that's it. Semi-decent armor. They're not everything they're made out to be, because Tigers didn't really fight tanks. They fought half-tracks, infantry, and all that. So that's what they gave them their infamous name, is them fighting weaker enemies. Now, of course, there are exceptions to this, the Tiger 131 wiping out an entire British column of tanks. But in the end, you're gonna, if you focus Germany, is what I'm trying to say. You should try and sit camp. Now, this is really hated in this game, sitting and camping, but in the end, it really helps you out, because sitting and camping will get you more kills than you think it would. But you do have to watch out for revenge kills, because when you kill someone, it shows a replay of their death, like Call of Duty does. And like, basically, it's what it does. But Russia, you're going to kind of want to play it safe, but they have more forgiving tanks out of all of them. So Russia, the T-34 is insanely good, like insanely good. They have decent armor. So I'd recommend playing them. Like, you just don't care, but then you come along to the minor nations, like Britain. Britain's not a minor nation, but it certainly isn't a main nation. Britain has good save-out rounds late game. Early game, Britain is just pain to grind. You don't want to play Britain in an early game. Obviously, you have to play Britain to actually get good tanks. But until you get good at doing crap, you know, dang, you're not going to want to focus Britain. Britain's not your first choice. That's all I'm saying. You don't choose Britain first. And what about Britain? It's Britain. Is it China next? I think it's China. China. Well, as you can see, I'm playing China now. China starts off with the M8, which is an American scout tank. Starts off with the 50 cal. 50 cal is unbelievable in this game. It is insanely good. So that's why I said you should have a keybind set for your machine gun, because you don't want to fire your gun when you're just trying to kill someone who you can kill with a 50 cal. But when you find yourself fighting an enemy, which we most likely find ourselves doing real quick here, you're going to get in these matches, and a lot of times they're not going to be fun at low tier. Simply because, like I said, good players come down from high tiers and they play low tiers, as I'm doing now. They come down, they play low tiers just to get out of the stress. But when so many of them flock to low tiers, it makes low tiers not fun anymore. So it kind of creates this unforgiving loop in War Thunder until you learn, don't play to grind, play to have fun. If you keep that in your mind the entirety of your gameplay, you most likely won't. Well, obviously you'll get mad, but you won't get as mad as I do breaking the controller about like 5 times. But we don't have to remember that. But like I said, play to have fun. Don't play to grind. It's not about the grind. Now, of course, obviously you'll get mad about being on the same tank for about a month. But it happens, you know. It happens. You can't level up and be at modern tanks in one day. That just wouldn't be fair. Nor fun for any of your enemies, because, you know, everybody would be at modern tanks. War Thunder wouldn't have a player base anymore, because people would just get bored of playing the same tank. But with War Thunder, you notice War Thunder, you start to notice that things stick out more than others. And a lot of times, before you come into playing War Thunder, make sure that you have headphones. Make sure you have headphones.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
And if you need glasses, put the glasses on, please. Glasses will pay off. I think I can get this.
Our victory is near.
But now, you see, in all truth, War Thunder's a real fun game once you understand how the basics work, you know. Once you understand the basics, it becomes easy and really forgiving at that point. But just always remember that. Always remember that. Play to have fun. Don't play to grind. I will be making a yeah, this will be one whole thing on it. Oh, dang it. But after this match, I'm going to take you through the basics of high tier, because some of you may be at like 3-3, not at 1-0, but you want to know how to grind, which, I mean, I'm not good at, but I can certainly tell you what I know, which is not a lot. but it may help you. Um, ooh, big thing, big thing. So when you look at your crew, like your tank, make sure that you set your crew up, because you don't want to have a tank at 0-0. It's never good to have a tank at 0-0. If you get your crew up to 100, you can take someone who's already maxed out their tank. They got all the modifications but have zero crew, right? And then you take someone with no modifications and killer crew. That the crew will most likely end up matching up to the modifications in the end. That's just how good crew can be.
Most of
If
the zones
you
are under
play it
control.
right. If you don't play it right, your crew can be the last of you. But your crew does not change per vehicle. Your crew stays the same, so I'd recommend putting your best vehicle in your highest crew spot, just so you can have a good thing against your enemies. Oh yeah, I forgot. I changed my keybind to have a easier time with this. Oh, that means we gotta go back and hit him again. Alright. I may machine gun him. Yeah, that's another big thing. When you're playing planes, always make sure that you don't go down at a fast speed, because that it can
Another
rip your
zone
wings
captured. We
off,
have the
and I've
advantage.
had that happen to me a couple times. Ripping your wings off while you're diving is never fun. Bam. Um, Anti-air. It's a gamble when you're going against anti-air, because you could kill them, and they could kill you. Low tier, you don't have to worry much unless it's a Flak Panzer. German anti-air or American anti-air are always scary. Russian anti-air, not so much. Right, but once you see that your plane is getting quite damaged like this, as you can see the bottom left corner, right,
Attention to the map.
you want to go ahead and fly back. Oh, well, I don't think I'm going to make base. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and hit him. Oh, I'm going down. Yeah, I may not make it to him.
The victory is near.
There we go. Hey, come on. Stop, 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 stop. Don't hit that tree. There we go. Anytime you have a chance, if you know you're not gonna make it back to base,
Attention
try and
to the
get a
map.
soft landing. You know, because you get silver lions for it. It's always good. I got 2 kills in that. Right. So that's match 1. Next match is going to be high tier. Well, not high tier, but 3-3. Moderate tier is what I should say. So I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom. My bad, I forgot I had my mic off. Like I was saying, achievements get you the most money. Kills get you second most. Unless you do wagers, which I will explain wagers in a second. Wagers are extremely painful. Like, even some of the easier ones, still painful. Alright, armored cars. This is where things start to get interesting. Because armored cars are different than tanks. Obviously, you can tell they're a car instead of a tank. But they're fast. They're light. They most of the time will have a good gun. And they have the scouting ability, which is a new thing for us. Scouting is new. I'm not sure what tank gets scouting first. Tanks and armored cars both get this ability. The M24 right there, that American tank, that's Japanese or Chinese tank right there, also gets it. Light tanks, like I said, get it. Some mediums may get it. Some self-propelled guns may get it. I'm not sure. But scouting helps your team because it points out the enemy on the map. And the map is the biggest thing. Always make sure that you're paying attention to the map. Because if you're not, it will get you killed. Like I said, help your team in any way you can. So if you scout the enemy, it will help your team out fanatically, basically. And if someone scouts an enemy and you're able to shoot them, or say they scout the enemy, or you see an enemy attacking one of your teammates, kill it. You have no reason not to. Yeah, there may be more, but if you kill him and stop him from killing your teammate, okay, if you stop him from killing your teammate then has a chance to either repair or fight back and assist you in finding the rest of the enemy if there is more. I would not recommend doing what I'm doing, which is coming out here in the plain open, not even making sure that things are clear. But short version, just don't be a douche. Don't steal kills. Help your enemy. I mean, not your enemy, your team. Scout. Help repair. Light tanks, especially armored cars, have that special ability to be able to help repair your ally. Now, obviously, you should help repair. There is no excuse for you not to help repair unless you are in a fighting moment. If you are in a moment where it's life or death, kill the guy who was putting you in that moment. And then you can help your ally repair. Obviously, if you get injured and you have to repair, you can help him repair until you're done, which most of the time he'd be done repairing. But squads is where it comes in. Squads or platoons gain money, and they gain it fast. Of course, unless you're playing any tank,
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
as you gotta worry about repair costs. I'm hearing some. Alright, that's an M24. You can kill that thing in this if you're good at aiming, which apparently I'm not too good at. Yeah. Yes. My friendly M24 is going to flank him. As I said, always stuff to help your ally. Sucker. Never mind, that M24 just left. Don't be that M24, guys. Oh yeah, watch out for artillery, by the way. Yeah, that's something I should have pointed out. Watch out for artillery. Artillery will be the death of you. Anytime you're in open top, anything with weak side armor or top armor, run. Even heavy tanks are vulnerable to artillery. Everything is vulnerable to artillery. Now sometimes artillery doesn't really affect you, but a lot of times it will, because well, it really just depends on what tank you're in. But like I said, just get out of there or avoid it. Now, obviously, if you have a kill shot on someone, you should take it. But after that, you should get out of there. Never be greedy. If you're greedy, it will result in the death of yourself. Because greed never ends up being good. And that's just a life lesson. Don't be greedy. Be humble. If you get one kill, be humble with that. Don't get mad that you only got one kill. Be happy that you even got a kill. I'm not saying that. Well, you crap, you can't get a kill. But just don't be a dick about it. You know, it's never good to be a dick. Even if you get shot across the map by someone who's in a heavy tank, camping 5 miles away from you, don't be a dick. Obviously, you can curse at them, but don't revenge kill them. Now, obviously, if revenge kills only occur when they specifically tunnel you and only you. Alright, let's see, did I kill him? Yeah, I killed him. Okay, so now we're getting into Germany. This is where the Panzer IVs come in, the F2 variants. Normally you will start off with the Panzer IIs, Panzer IIIs. You're not screw the Panzer III Erskines. Get the Panzer II as fast as you can. The Panzer II shreds at its battle rating, and it is insanely good when it's 20 millimeter. The first ammunition not too good. The second ammunition that you get, well, it depends on what you get. The second ammunition, the standard second one, is insanely good. And you gotta farm for the Panzer IV. Wait, not Panzer. The Panzer IIF. I'm pretty sure is what it's called. The F variant is the second Panzer II. It's good. Panzer 38s are also good. That's the Czech's tank. They're good. They come with 37 millimeter, and I believe it upgrades to 47 millimeters. I may be incorrect, but you get armor piercing, which at this battle rating is good. Not this battle rating, but 2.3, 1.3, and all that. But in all, I'd recommend doing the big three. If you're going to start War Thunder, do the big three nations: Germany, America, and Russia. Start with one of them. You can flip-flop between each three, but try and focus one. That's my big thing. Start with the big three. Start with the big three, obviously. Don't be a dick. Help your allies. Pay attention to the map at all times. Make sure the map takes up space, but get it as big as you can. Because some things you may miss when looking at it. So make sure you're able to glance at it and read everything. So the bigger it is, the more you're able to glance. That's what she said. That's what she said. The bigger the map is, the less space that you can see, but the more space that you're able to also see at the same time. And machine gunning someone marks them, but you gotta machine gun them a couple times. You can't machine gun them once. You gotta machine gun them until 3 arrows come above their head, something like that, or until they pop up on the map. Marking is also a big thing, so you can mark enemies. Right, that will warn your allies. This, no one cares what you say, because people are dicks. To be honest with you, people are dicks in this game, and I mean full-blown dicks. They could care less if you're dying, because a lot of times you'll run into people who are utterly selfish, and it happens a lot. You can't get mad though, like I do. Oh shit. Man, of course you see me.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
It's a mark. Alright, last match. If they ever do add the chat system back in, don't spam. Don't be that guy. Alright, so now that you've had my advice, let's play high tier. My highest tier. Show you the fun that high tier shows for you. I love this map. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on. Go fuck a. Alright, so this isn't up tier. Wait, maybe. I got spawned in first. I'm not sure. It is. We have been up tiered. Dang.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
So if you've been up tier, cause if you've been down tiered, which is where you get lower tiers fighting you, this will normally be 300, and this will be 200. But when you get up tier, which is where you're fighting higher tiers, it's gonna be like this. Things gonna be cheaper to spawn into because you're the lower tier. Welcome to stream, welcome to stream. Didn't know anybody actually knew about the stream. That's quite nice. People actually care. But doing some gameplay here. If you want to know how to play the game, go back to the beginning of the stream. That's where I went over everything. Now I'm just kind of having some fun streaming it. Oh crap, that's an American. Ah.
We're controlling most of the...
Well, the team does a great job at marking. That's all I have to say. Great job at marking. But that's everything.
For mercy! Attention to the designated grid square.
No. Imagine you only for 5 seconds.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Dang it! Alright, Smoke, clear out, Smoke, go. Go somewhere, Smoke. Oh, he ran away.
Weg hier! Unser Sektor liegt unter Artilleriebeschuss!
That looked like someone.
Attention to the designated grid zone!
Man, cause what? Man, Tiger, you just screwed up my shot. Man, I hate you, Tiger. Yeah, I'm not letting you kill me. Yeah, no.
Thank you very much!
Der Funker ist bewusstlos!
Great job, Tiger, great job. Mate, honestly, Tiger, you're such a great teammate.
into the map.
But no, there's always enemies around every corner. Every game. You just can't get lucky. You can't get one kill without somebody else coming along and stopping you from killing them. And it's constant too.
Attack the A point.
Because it's like the enemy team gets put with all the good players and your team just gets put with the crap players. Great, sit. Sit. Cricket, sit. Good girl. What is that, dude? Mm-hmm. You kill one of my crew members, and that kills me somehow? Okay, but sure. Alright, screw this. I'm playing 5-3. I'll enjoy 5-3 more. Get off my screen. Go. Go, go. Ooh. This is not the good version of this map. But beggars cannot be choosers. Let's go Panther first. Set up and camp. With the Panther, you want to camp. Like I said, Germans have good guns. Tiger, you kind of want to camp, but not as much as the Panther. Panther's good at long range. Now, I had some good advice given to me by a friend earlier today, which I kind of took to heart, you know. And I may implement it, but I will implement it if I can find out how to. So after this, once I get done streaming, I'm gonna go look up how to implement it, you know. Make my channel more attractive.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I'm not seeing no one. Alright. Means they're farther.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
You should never do what I'm doing, by the way. I'm exposing my entire side right now. But we get into a better spot. Kinda looks like nobody came this room. Huh. That's odd. Most of the time you'll find people who come this way. The tiger's being ballsy. Alright, so nobody's leaving their spawn. That's one. This is quite odd. Well, I guess we can just cover this, right here. Cover that street.
Attention to the map! Need cover!
Ow. My back. Be itching. Alright. Oh, okay. There's danger over here.
Affirmative! Returning to the airfield!
Shape of T-34.
Somebody, cover me! Attention to the designated grid square! Attention to the map! Affirmative! Gramercy! Well done!
Alright, that's good. We'll go help that bait.
Gramercy!
Go have you in a second. I see. Great job.
Gramercy!
Man, you're such a great player. Fucking goodness. And I'm like, Tiger, you're not gonna get help if you don't mark them. Like, you deserve to die if you don't mark the enemy. See. Stop moving, tank. Ah. Wee bit higher.
Das geschieht ihm recht.
Fertig! Feuer bereit!
You know right here? That's him, right? That bush right there. Huh, maybe not.
Der Funker ist bewusstlos!
Screw
Geschütz
it.
geladen.
Yeah, screw it.
We're winning.
Attack the B point.
Oop.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Das Geschütz laden.
Need cover. Wir haben ein Loch im Treibstofftank.
I don't know what I was fucking expecting. Well, I was expecting the team to do something.
Attention to the map.
Our expectations for something so low.
Attack the B point.
Just a little more effort, and victory will surely be ours.
Affirmative.
We've captured most of the strategic zones.
Man, don't fucking bullshit me. I need to get up that damn hill. Wow, you're fucking worthless. You are worthless. Stuart O'Mill, you are worthless.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is close.
I know them IS-2s are over here.
Cover me! A little more effort and victory will be ours.
That's GG.
Attack hostile base! Well done!
Alright, see y'all. I'm tired. It's late. See y'all.